Ah, hello, hello, or whatever. Uh, this game is called I think it's pronounced Amorous. I do. I don't know. I may be killing that name. So I actually did play this game a while ago, and I tried to make a recording of it on my old computer, my old beautiful computer, and it had problems. It kept crashing and stuff. So I'm trying and I'm trying to get on my new computer. I did play it for a while though, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, the concept of it was silly, but let's see. So a new game. Um, edit that part out. Let's see. Let's do character customization first. Okay. So let's see what I can choose from. Got some bird, some stock templates. So we got Evan the Avian. You're looking pretty good. We got Blister the Fox. I think that's a dude. It's Chris the Panda. Weirdest looking panda I've ever seen. Drake the Hawk. Easel the Dragon. Pretty badass looking. We got Fernando the Closet Furry. Oh god. That is hell. See, I think I have a thing about to choose him. I'd call him Dickless McGee. That's just terrifying. Oh, Gavin the Heartthrob. I don't really know. I don't know how to feel about that. Husky the Blank Slate. Yeah, that's it for that. Okay, let's do the body. Need a body color. Let's make it the most egregious thing ever. I guess that'll do. Underbelly marking. That's beautiful. I apologize for that. I had to fix something, but now we're good. Let's see. Underbelly markings. Oh, under thigh. I think that's good. Stripe marking. We got to add some beautiful stripes. Like some bright green stripes. This is an eyesore to my eyes already. Nails. Nail color. Yeah, let's make it black. Body lean. Let's see what Chubby looks like. Lean. Muscular. Twinkie. That is a weird body type. What do you got on muscular? Because it kind of looks funny with this. Arms. Long forearms marking. I'm just gonna go like full overboard on this. So there we go. Short forearm marking. Yeah, let's make it. There we go. Okay. And avian forearm marking. Oh, do I? I'll keep it like that. Yeah. Okay, now let's do legs. Long shin marking. Oh wait, no. Let's do avian for that one. what's good? It's just looking good. And my phone is dead, so I can't look at the chat, unfortunately. I don't have my second monitor up yet, so which sucks. Okay, head. Humanoid. Okay, I don't really see it. Paper bag. I love that there's a little muzzle sticking out. I might actually keep that. Okay, I guess I go with the paper bag. Yeah, let's do head color. Head color, bear to see it. Paper bag color. We should eye holes. There you go. Look how mysterious I look. Now for the muzzle. Let's see. Do I do none? Maybe. Beak, bill. We pretty much can't see any of these. Let's see what human is. Okay, can we see any of them? I think I'm just gonna go with none. Yep, like it. I skip all this because I kinda yeah. Skip all that. And now ears and horns. And now we got fluffy ears. Let's see, curved horns. Droopy ears. Maybe. I can probably see that. Yes I can. Human ears. Sharp ears, sloped ears. I'm gonna go with the droopy ears, and I'm gonna make them. I'm gonna make them. Your color. Is that inner color? Hair and fringes. Mane. Androgynous? What else are there? Fin, main place to put it up. No, you know what? I'm just gonna androgynous. I'm gonna keep it white. And what's this? Ah, that's even better. Okay, eyes and brow. I like how it looks now. Tail, curled, bushy too. Dark noodle, 6 and tuft. What's tuft? Oh yeah, bunny, little tuft of fur, tuft. What's bushy one? Ooh. I'm gonna go with bushy too, and keep that white too. Now we gotta do the feet. Gotta do beast, grasping. Let's see, hooves. Oh god, humanoid. And our feet colors. Let's yeah, there we go. Persona. Let's save my template. Are you sure you wish to save the current character? To select a template, Huskill the blank slate. Yeah, I'll save it. So, let's close that, and, yeah, I made a thing. I sure wish to exit. All my save change will be lost. Yes, please. Now let's actually play the, oh my god, look at my arm. Now let's actually play the game. So, continue. Auto save 1, empty, slot 2, empty. There's no save, so new game. New game of prologue. And, back to club. Yes, please. Hello, Huskill, the blank slate. Please answer the following questions to allow us to optimize the game as well as possible for you. So I'm gonna start for starter. I'm gonna say for starters, I am dyslexic, so I am going to make mistakes on the reading. So I do apologize for that. Let's see. I identify as male. I identify as female. I identify as something else. I identify as male. I've been this way my whole life. I might have mixed physiology, but I've been this way my whole life. Thank you. Have fun playing Amorous. Again, I think that's how it's called. So like I said, I played this before and I actually did do a date thing through one of them. And so to make this short, I'm just gonna not click on everything, just do the date thing, but I'm not gonna do the one I already did. I'll save that for another thing. So look at all these look at all these things. I would ask which one I should choose, but nobody's watching the stream. I know they're not. But the last person I chose for this one. So that's my friend. To get home, I click on him and leave. Yes. There's okay. As silly as this game is, the art's pretty good and the animation's not too bad. It is a silly game though. So I'm gonna click on him. See. Despite him being alone at the bar of one of the most active nightclubs I'd seen in recent memory, my eye was drawn to the slender feline leaning over his book. He would sit there for a long moment and then, without cue, he would scribble frantically in the leather-bound journal spread out before him. Now and then he would lift his glass from the bar and lean back, pausing to take a drink, as if someone was expecting him to. This adorable ruse was undermined, however, as each sip was followed by a grimace of barely contained disgust. Let's see. Asked about the drink, asked about the scribbles. Asked for scribbles. I moved my seat closer to his, stealing a glance or two at what he was doing. The whole page was packed from end to end with a stream of consciousness broken only by occasional notes and edits. He must have been less in his own role than I thought, because I became aware of his eyes locked on me with the ends of his mouth turned downward. Pardon me, it's not polite to read over someone's shoulder, particularly the shoulder of a complete stranger. Sorry, Jesse seemed to be working too intently. I was wondering what could keep you so engrossed with an entire nightclub pumping and thumping around you. Who's to say that pumping and thumping don't help to contribute to my creativity? Being immersed in the beating heart of popular culture can stimulate the mind. Fair enough. Myself, I usually prefer a little peace and quiet if I'm going to be working on something important, particularly because strange people might come up and start reading over your shoulder. Oh, and it's Husko, the blank slate, by the way. Sorry, I know questions first isn't exactly the best matters. You just seem a little out of your element. Seth, I'm Seth. I'll admit, it's an escape, but it's also to help me work through the creative process. Many famous authors immerse themselves in the popular culture of their day to draw new experience and observe people in new environments. I suppose that's true. I thought most of them indulge in parts because it was their particular interest, more than strict research. You don't strike me as a type to write romance or erotica, though. Why would you think that? I mean, I don't, but why would you assume that is the only motivation for me to be at this club? Mostly because even the bouncers are wearing half the clothing you are, and because I came here with my brother Kobe. Specifically because this is his favorite place to meet guys for a fling. You have to admit, your choice of ambiance suggests something more than just curiosity about popular culture. By now he was blushing fiercely, the spots of his red visible beneath his snowing white cheek fur. Despite his attempt at appearing aloof, something spoke about his relative discomfort in being here. I'm not here to judge, it's just, well, interesting. I get enough stories from Kobe to get an idea of how this place tends to function, and you appear to be actively avoiding that function. Well, honing my skills and try to push myself outside of my comfort zone, so I have breadth of experience to write from. It's the sort of thing that authors do. So CC writer, with experience. Pause for a second. Okay, my phone's at 5%. Let's see if I can turn it out. I should get to the chat. Okay. So you're writer, what experience are you getting? So you're you're not just lonely. I'm gonna ask you a writer because I actually write too. So you're a writer. Maybe you've written something I've heard of. Excuse me, before. Why? What do you have out there? Well, I'm not published per se, but building a body of work before approaching one, when did you want to come off as some sort of diligent, yeah. So, you just like the title. I suppose that makes sense. Authors rarely have a single work to their name. Do you have something I could read? Sorry. He sat upright, the slouch that had been so prevalent before suddenly vanishing. His ears perked up as well, before he glanced to the side and then back at me. It took a long moment before he responded. I suppose you could look over a couple of my things. It's all still rough drafts, though. I haven't had it run by an editor, so I don't expect much. I don't expect too much. Hesitantly, he dug in his shoulder bag, sitting beside him, before producing another composition notebook that he sat down in front of me. It's mostly snippets and some poetry. I know it's self-indulgent to play with rhymes. You have to find your muse when it comes. He watched intently as I skimmed over his work. It was mostly fluff fragments of ideas and the occasional clever rhyme. Each piece seemed short, as if it were cut off before completion. He seems to have trouble sticking to an idea. Maybe that's why he was looking for inspiration. Well, what do you think? I mean, I can't expect much from what I've provided, but inputs is always okay. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. You've got some good starters here, but that's most of what I'm seeing. Some good opening ideas. Like you said, this is mostly just scribbles, but have you gotten to finishing a work yet? Are you ready? The muse comes and goes, as with all creative endeavors. I've got plenty of good material to work with. Just need to find the right world to let it grow in. You seem very sensitive about your work for someone who is writing in the public eye. How do I do this? Well, writing is it pulls quite deeply from my internal, everything I write in some way a reflection of myself. I suppose it's easy to take things personally. Well, if I may be so bold, what brought you to the club tonight? Since you clearly aren't driven by a desire to quietly observe, nor are you obviously looking to get drunk or dance. I'm curious as to what your motivation is. Mostly, I guess, to keep myself occupied and distracted. Kobe, my brother, very much likes this place, but doesn't always want to go alone. I needed time away from my problems, and he wanted a ride. A match made in, well, necessity. Well then, where else might you have gone if you had the option? Ignoring the cost, location, or any of that. Oh. I'm gonna go personally on my personal thing. It'll be somewhere quiet. Sometimes somewhere interesting, but mostly quiet. I tend to be a little more restrained, so I probably would have gone somewhere a little quieter. A library, museum, or something like that. Or staying at home. Somewhere I can hear my own thoughts. A smile twitched at the edge of his mouth as he scribbled into his notebook. He tapped the eraser against the page before looking back up at me thoughtfully. Feeling a bit out of your element then, I can certainly understand that feeling. But it's always good to break out of your comfort zone. He seemed to be rather thrilled with his pseudo-interrogation. He looked back up at his notebook with excitement. So, being that we are in this club, you already expressed curiosity as to why I'm here. What do you like about this club? Relaxing. I'm just here to relax. Get away from all my mundane problems and enjoy myself. I've done the 9-to-5 grind far too much of my life already. Looking thoughtful, he nodded a few times and smiled. His pen dipped back down onto his notebook and added a few more scribbles to the rapidly filling page. Goodness knows, I need a break now and then, and now and again too. A writer's life, though seamlessly serene, it is packed with deadlines and creative blocks, critique editing, the list goes on. So, we've established where you want to be, and why you want to be there, but the big question is, who do you want to be there with? What kind of person would you be looking for at this club? I get the feeling that this is a somewhat pointed question. I also get the feeling that there is something more going on here than simple research. He shot to me a Cheshire grin and placed a hand on his chest in mock shock. Clearly, he was enjoying this intimate game of 20 questions. So I want to apologize again if my accent for the character kind of loses sometimes. I apologize. So sorry about that. I do apologize. Someone handsome, someone interesting, someone bold. I guess I'm just someone interesting. I'm hoping to meet someone interesting, someone with stories and a sort of confident charm that enraptures you, the kind of person you can have a good laugh or a thoughtful discussion with. Apparently, I said the right thing. A smile spread across his lips before resting the pen on the table. Without even looking to the notebook, he continued. I agree completely. Looks can be nice, but if there's no substance behind them, then what's the point? Wholly rounded individual is far more important than just one aspect. Alright, one more question, and then I really should find Kobe. Oh, sorry. Alright, one more question. I really should find Kobe and figure out what he has planned for the rest of the night. I suppose I have been prying pretty heavily. That said, you have been a very interesting character study, to say the least. It's rare I actually get to interact with someone. I'd hope I was more than just intellectual diversion. Is that not the case? I didn't mean it like that. I mean, it's been interesting talking with you. I've been here for a couple of hours already, and you're the first person who stopped to talk to that didn't want to take a drink order. I smiled and leaned on the bar. He was awfully cute when he desperately tried to regain his composure. So, what's the last question? He hesitated, glancing down at his notebook for a second before scribbling something in the margins. Looked back, and as he looked back up, I could see his cheeks were still quite flushed. I was heading to the library tomorrow to do some research for a story, and there I was reading. I was thinking of going to. Could I convince you to come along? I'm gonna say sure. Yeah, definitely. So, I'd love to. What time? Really? Really? Oh, great. The reading is a little before noon, but I'll be there early. Let me give you my number, so you can call and let me know when you, get there. He tore off the corner of a notebook page, absent-mindedly leaving a snippet of poetry in the upper half, and passed it to me. Thanks. It'll be nice to have someone else there. It's always a little awkward to go alone. Sounds like a date then. I suppose it is. I need to get going. Be sure to call me as soon as you're up. I'll make sure to save us a seat. After gathering his things, he shot me another adorable smile and strolled off towards the door. I folded up the paper and slipped it into my pocket. The phone number of Seth's been added to your contacts. Yay! Now, just being back. I'm just making sure I'm still streaming. Okay, good. Sorry, I just have trust issues with my my old computer where I just cut out all the time. Although this is a new computer's great, gaming computer and everything. Okay, so I'm not gonna cook on it, guys. I'm just gonna go home. So I'm gonna cook on my friend. Actually, when I was originally playing this game, I was playing with an art tablet with this pen, which wasn't terrible, but it wasn't that great. So now I'm playing with an actual mouse. So yeah. Oh, let's see. This is my brother. Hey, bro. What's nice guys around tonight? What's up? I wanna go home. Shall we head back home? Already. Okay, I guess it's getting late. Let's go. Some nice art. So far nothing. I have to put a an 18+ warning on so far. So far so good. Oh, my phone's ringing. New message achievement. Congratulations, lock the. Oh, what does this button do? Achievement. Okay, so we got my contacts. We got Amorous Seth. We got chat. We got chat settings. Auto skip. Got diary. We got messages. Achievement. Okay, so I don't know they fixed it, so I'm not gonna risk it. But last time when I clicked on messaging, the game just crashed, and they're like, "Hey, don't click the message thing." So I'm not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go contacts. I'm gonna go to Seth. I'm gonna go to delete contact. I'm kidding. Set it. That's a pin. Okay, I'm gonna call. That young feline rider seemed interesting. He said he'd been heading to the library today. Maybe I can still catch him. Ring. Click. Hello? Hi, it's Hasko the Blank Slate from Amorous. You mentioned I should give you a call today, and since I just rolled out of bed, I'd figure now was a good time as any. Hasko the Blank Slate. Alright. I'm glad to hear you called back. Whoop. Okay, I'm okay. I'm just on my way to the library now. It's a great day for a Oh, Jipes! Oh, Jipes! A loud thud on the other end of the phone was followed by some muttering and grunting. Apparently, I distracted him in the middle of something. Was this a bad time to call? It seemed like you're having some difficulties there. No. I just had a few books I'd been meaning to return before they become overdue. Though sometimes I think the only reason the library stays open is because of the fees I wind up paying. I take it you're a fairly avid reader as well. Definitely. One can't expand one's horizons enough. I'm just about to head inside. Do you want to drop by and meet me in the lobby? Sure. I saw sure, it's not yes. It's like, yeah, sure, yeah, totally. Sure, let me just get reasonably decent and I'll pop right over. Oh, you never told me what the reading was. I hope we didn't miss it. Reading? Oh no. What time is it? Glancing at the clock, I saw it was a little after 10. After I mentioned it to Seth, he seemed to calm down. Whew, sorry about that. I get a little too deep into my own head sometimes. The reading is at noon in the community room. We've got plenty of time. Good. Well, I've got nothing planned this morning, so I'll just drop by since you already be there. We said our goodbyes as I tried not to flinch every time I heard another book drop on the other end. Excuse me. And I hopped out of bed to get dressed. Despite not needing to rush, I did feel a little concerned about making him wait. I scooped up some clean clothes and got myself as close to presentable as possible. Let's see. I'm gonna stop playing at 3, or until I finish this, whichever comes first. Let's see. And what I just meeting someone. Sorry, I missed that part. Found an interesting guy in the club last night. He invited me to an event. Actually, I'm gonna turn on my auto skip. Ooh. Don't get started, little bro. I heard everything that happened last night when you and your friends got back here. Sorry I missed that dialogue. Oh, that's right. Okay. I forgot what the accent was. No accent, I guess. Oh, fun. But I expect a full report. I promise. We'll dish all about him later. So I'm definitely okay. So look at this picture right here. This message. No. Sorry about that. So looking at this picture right here, I'm definitely adopted. Yeah. He's not. I definitely am, though. Later. Good. Later's good. Right now, I need coffee and a shower. Kobe followed his beak back into the kitchen as I made my way out the front door. I honestly hadn't been to the public library in ages. That is true on my part. Between work and Kobe's nightlife, I've been too occupied to think about culture. Probably why I was curious about this feline. Not that my friends were dim. Far from it. But they were more passionate about surfing, tanning, and chasing tail than discussing the latest popular literature. These messages that pop up. Last night was all about trying new things, so I figured this was another tick mark off my newest bucket list. His adorable nerdy look may have been also some influence on my choice. True to his word, Seth had found us a couple of seats close enough to enjoy the reader, but not immediate view. Everyone else was getting settled in, so I managed to make it to my seat with minimum fuss. Seth beamed at me before turning his attention back to the front of the room. Oh, Did you just sound alarm to outside the front door? Did you see the last few rays of moonlight before the sun crashed the horizon? I didn't know what was being read or who the author was. The place card just outside the room had a few bits of information on it, but nothing that rang a bell. Seth chuckled quietly, like, due to my confused expression. His name is Nick Kovac. He's one of my favorite Israelite read. Blared, it was a kind of, I keep on losing my accent. I am sorry. It is late. I'm sorry. Blared was the color of the clouds, the same unwashed crimson spilled in the rivers across the floor before him. It was a body empty of life, and a life emptied of meaning. Light read? What definition of the word light are you using? It's genre fiction, murder mystery with a little thriller thrown in for spice. He's got a way with words that really captures the imagination. The sound of the boots rattling, the windows and shaking, the shutters pulled from its reverie too soon. I gave him an accent, I'm sorry. They would be more. It would be upon him, and thereafter he would join the woman he discovered the paving stones. Maybe next time I'll keep the accent. Maybe. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's certainly hard to not form a mental image. You've read a few of his books. All 14 in his current series. I found him midway through the second, so I got some insights I shouldn't have into the first. It ruined the mistake for me. I haven't been able to bring myself to try reading them. 14? How many has he written in total? Oh, about 28 or so. He's prolific, sure, but that's why he does so well. Two stilettos. God damn it! Execution changing all the time. Oh my god. Two staccato shots rang out across the band felts. The pang of heat, the pain radiated from his shoulder. It held secret space left unspoken. His pursuer meant to silence him forever. God. Oh dear God. Dear God. You said you were doing some research for your own story. How far along is that one? Even in the dim light, I could see a frown creasing the corners of his mouth. He sunk back into his shell for a moment before whispering his response. Honestly, not as well as I'd hope. Writing is a very private vocation, but that makes it even harder when you stare at an empty room and a blank page. That is so goddamn true. I admit I am here in part to hopefully absorb some of his ambient genius in the hopes of inspiring myself to put pen to paper. So, just like the club, you're here trying to gain inspiration through osmosis. Oh, so I thought my game froze. Yeah, music stopped. Sorry. Somehow you make it sound more desperate than I intended. Yeah, wait, I am. If you're looking for a sounding board or just some input, I'd be more than happy to help you out with that. Really? I mean, really? His eyes were wide with what I could only assume was excitement as I nodded. He was cute, intelligent, and interesting. Why not take some time to help him out? Maybe he'd even put me in the forward. This is fantastic. Why don't we go grab some lunch after this? My treat. It will give us some time to chat above. I whisper. And for some reason, I can keep his accent. I guess my accent, my character's accent. Oh, and I got paid. Yeah, I got money now in my bank account. So, whoa. Yeah, but how do I travel other guys for some reason? I don't know. Maybe I can only keep two accents at once in my head or something. Sounds good. I didn't have a chance to grab anything before I headed out the door. His grin was infectious. I couldn't help but smile before he turned back and settled into his seat. He was really excited at the prospect. Who knew it would be that easy to get a lunch out of him? Far worse than the iron bars and arranged chicken concrete of the cell was the knowledge that escape would be impossible. Beyond those walls, he was a haunted man, and only within their icy embrace could he had hope to live another day. Seth nudged me. A pause rolled through the room. I guess I hadn't been paying as much attention as I thought. The two of us made our way through the crowds and back out to the lobby. It was there that I noticed the small wooden table with a pile of books on it and the author's picture on a stand. Seth was busy chatting with some of the other attendees, so I found a place to sit down nearby. When he finally stepped away, he made a beeline for me. Alright, there's a nice little coffee shop down the road. I've got a couple of books to grab before we go, so I can meet you there, or you can wait for me. Oh, yeah, I say, I forgot the play's not on. Ooh. Apparently, Seth hadn't noticed the signing table or the author heading in that direction. He did mention enjoying his books. That'd be nice. So you can sign a book. Yeah, I'll tell you to do that. Why don't I just wait here and I'll see you back here in a... Why don't I just wait and I'll see you back here in a sec? Excellent. I'll just be a moment. I did not know your favorite authors signing books. Sorry. Seth wandered off to the circulation desk while I maneuvered to the table. Thank you for coming. It's always nice to see a good turnout. You're welcome. The first time I've been to a reading. I don't get out as much as I should. Then double thanks. It can be hard to compete with everything else out there, too. What can I do for you? My friend is a big fan of yours. Could I get a signed copy of your latest book for him? Sure. It's part of the reason I'm here. Do you have something in mind for me to write? Something encouraging. Yeah, he's a writer. Good writers need that. He's an aspiring author himself. Could you put in some words of encouragement? Of course. Just tell me to not steal my audience. I have to eat too. Just tell him to. I have to eat too. He chuckled and jotted down a few inspirational words before signing him name with a flourish. After I'd paid, I slid the book into my coat to keep it out of sight for a surprise. Thanks again for coming. I've got another reading later on in the month. I hope to see you and your friend there. I'll mention it to him. Thanks again. What is it, the constant moving? I'm back. Hopefully I didn't keep you waiting too long. Not at all. Shall we get going? Seth nodded, and the two of us ducked out the front door and into the street. I had to juggle the book a little to keep it a secret. But Seth was so engrossed in talking about the reading, it wasn't too difficult. And starting out the coffee shop. The coffee shop was a nice little place, cozy and inviting. We settled into a table before grabbing a coffee each and a scone. I barely had time to take the first bite when Seth produced a number of notebooks. I know I said I'd stop at 3, and it's like 2:38 a.m., but I'm gonna stop now because I gotta edit this video and I gotta upload it and stuff. So this will be part 1 of the Seth Chronicle. So yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me save that first. Make sure it saves. Slot 1 empty. Let's I don't have to save. Let's do it again. Alright, looks like it's saved. Let's hopefully I don't have to do this again. If I do, I am sorry. Yeah. So, I bid you do, and I hope you watch this video and the next. Goodbye.